All right, I'm back. What up, though? O'Bannon, Lola, my two riders, my two for show riders. All right, so while I give it another couple minutes for people to join, tell me what's on y'all mind. Y'all know me. I don't care if but one or two show up. I'm gonna do what I do. I see a third person. Don't know who it is. Lendrick, what up, though? Glad you're here, bro. Cause I was finna to tag you on something, but since you're here, I can tell you live. So go ahead and crank it up, man. I don't want to waste y'all's time. Anybody else can go back and watch the replay. So, what up, though, Lions fans, and welcome to the Week 3 edition of the 2023 vlog. So, listen, we got the dub today, 20-6 over the Atlanta Falcons, and the 2-0 Atlanta Falcons, mind you. And you know, we got haters. Green Bay came back and won. I saw that, man. I saw the Saints came out 17-0, and then I just heard that Green Bay was up by a point. And I guess it's over with now. Way to go, New Orleans. Way to not help us. But so we won 20-6, but y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree. That's a shutout in my mind. That's a shutout in my mind. To me, if you don't put the football over the goal line, you got shut out. Our defense that is the best defensive performance for sure this season, without question. And that is one of the better defensive performances I've seen from us in a minute, going back to last year. I mean, just sheer domination. And I'm going to tell you the difference. It's one of the two things that I've been calling for all season. The two things that I've been calling for defensively is, number one, pass rush, right? We're not able to get to the quarterback with the front four. So it's only one other way to do that, to get pressure if your front four ain't getting there, and that's the blitz, right? And we did that today. We blitzed off the edges. And guess what? That opened up guys in the middle to get to the quarterback. McNeil was getting a great push from the interior. I mean, I think he got one sack, maybe two. I know he got one. He had various pressures. He flushed him out. He flushed him into Hutch a few times, and Hutch got 2 sacks and busted out that stanky leg on us, and then got the fumble, forced fumble, and the fumble recovery to close the game out. So, you know, and like the announcer said at the end of the game, you know, there's been a lot of criticism toward Hutchinson, and I've already addressed that. I've addressed the fact that I feel like they need to be standing him up. This is about to tip over. I saw it coming. Yeah, so I don't think Hutch deserves any criticism, even before today. Number one, like I said, he needs to be standing up. And number two, I can't tell you how many times he's gotten held. It's almost like every play I'm looking to see how they're going to hold him. They have been holding Hutch all season, starting with the Kansas City game, because he's too quick for them big boys, and they just reaching out and grabbing him. But he got loose today, and he was Hutch. He did what he do today. And yeah, like you said, Lindry, Atlanta has a very good offensive line, a very good O-line. You know, we kept Bijan under wraps. He got a couple of, you know, splash plays on us, but nothing major. You know, maybe a couple 10, 12-yard runs. But considering the way he's been chewing up defenses all season, I think we did a great job containing him. Which leads me to you, Lindrick. You know, you and I had that conversation on the group about Gibbs versus Bijan. Well, there you go. At least today, Gibbs was the better man. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that Craig Reynolds ran the ball well today too. But today Gibbs was the better man. So there you go. I don't know if that satisfies your question about Gibbs versus Bijan, but today Gibbs was the better man, and Craig Reynolds came in and stood in the gap for us without Demo being healthy, and this Knight guy. Apparently, we got him from the Jets or somebody. You know, the times he touched the ball, he had some good runs. Now, I said all that to say, we had 3 running backs who all had solid games in the absence of our starter with a patchwork offensive line. We missing our starting left tackle. We starting our, matter of fact, we missing the whole left half of our line. We missing Decker and Vitae. And then Nelson went down. So they was pulling offensive linemen out of the stands. And we still were able to I saw one particular play on, I think it was Reynolds carried on this time. Man, I saw Ragnow and the left guard. I don't even know who the left guard was at that moment. But I saw Ragnow and the left guard come off and double team a D tackle. And then I saw Ragnow peel off and go up to the second level. Man, as a former offensive lineman, bravo. I think that patchwork. Now, I will say this. That patchwork O-line did very well in the run game today. But the pass pro, you know, left a little bit to be desired. There were a couple of plays where Goff had time, but he was pressured a lot today. But again, you know, with, like I said, they pull an offensive lineman out of the bleachers. That's especially against a team like Atlanta with a dog like Grady Jarrett in the middle, and they got a pretty decent pass rush over there, and Calais Campbell at end. So Atlanta ain't no slouch on defense. They had some. They got some horses over there. They got a good linebacking core. Us old school Lions fans, we remember Luther Ellis. You know, big number 90. I think he wore 94 with us. Correct me if I'm wrong. His son now plays with the Atlanta Falcons, plays linebacker, and he's a monster. So Atlanta is solid defensively. And our O-line held up. Our backs ran well. Goff, again, now see, this is what I was talking about last week. I was talking about how Goff has been playing lights out football, and he made one mistake against Seattle last week, that interception, that pick 6 that he threw, and the rest of the team didn't pick him up. The defense couldn't make a play to pick him up. Nobody could pick him up. Today, he made the same mistake. It wasn't a pick 6, but he did throw a bad ball, and it got intercepted. But the rest of the team was playing so well, he was covered. That's what we need. We need a team to continue to play where our quarterback who's playing lights out football can make a mistake or two, and we still come out with a, listen, y'all saw the game. The score does not indicate the dominance of that game. And they said it several times during the broadcast, the Lions literally dominated that game, but the score just don't reflect it. We kept getting in the red zone. We couldn't score. We kept having to kick field goals, which that's been our Achilles heel for a long time. Getting in the red zone, and then the drive just fizzles in the red zone, and we wind up having to kick field goals. So, but thankfully, the defense played well enough to where it didn't bite us in the tail today. So, excellent job, man. Let's talk about some more individual players. Samuel Laporta. Let me tell y'all something. I've been telling y'all this from week 1 from the Kansas City game. We got one. We got one. Sam Laporta is him. We got one. Man, look, that dude is a complete 3 games into his career. I can say he is a complete tight end. He runs great routes. He blocks at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack. He's a nasty blocker. He almost, I'm gonna tell you who he reminds me of. He reminds me of George Kittle. Because George Kittle is a complete tight end. He stay hurt. Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football. But Travis Kelce is a pass receiver. He's the best receiver. Travis Kelce is a big wide receiver, is really what he is. But if you want to talk about an old school throwback tight end who's going to line up and block at the point of attack, who's going to block at the line of scrimmage, who's going to be, and he's a nasty blocker. He don't just pity pat block. He blocks nasty. He drives guys back. I've seen him do it. He goes in motion, good kick out blocker, runs great routes, catches everything. I've never seen one person tackle him. He can run for a guy that's 6'5", 250. Show me the weakness in Sam Laporta. 3 games in, show me the weakness. There ain't one. He's a dog. We got one. Hockenson, enjoy yourself in Minnesota. We good, my guy. We good. Brock Wright was good for us last year, but Laporta's been so good. You ain't heard Brock Wright's name. So we got one. We got one. So excellent job. Amon-Ra, way to play through the pain. You know, he had a bad toe. I don't know if you've ever played football with a toe injury, but it is miserable. I've had a turf toe once. And matter of fact, turf toe is why Deion Sanders only got 8 toes right now. So I don't know if you've ever played football when your toe hurt, but that is not comfortable. So shout out to Amon-Ra for gutting it out and playing through the pain for the squad. Now defensively, you want to talk about another we got us one? Brian Branch, once again. I hate to say I told you so, but I'm going to say it. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. You know, it's going to kill me to say I told y'all we had one when we drafted that boy. We got one. We got one. I'm talking about every single play. This kid is on the tackle or near the football. I mean, and that last hit where he knocked Bijan's helmet off, as an official, I can tell you that was a clean hit. That was an absolutely clean hit. But I'm going to tell you what happens. Anytime there's a big hit and the ball carrier's helmet comes off, a flag will be thrown. And you want to know why? They want us to do that. Even at the college level. If a helmet comes off, you need to throw a flag. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all didn't hear that from me, but I'm just telling y'all. Right? That's why the flag was thrown, because it was a big hit and the helmet came off. Because they just assume that if the helmet comes off, there must have been contact with the helmet. So here's what I saw on that play. I saw Bijan duck his head down and Branch hit him on the head. Branch's helmet never made contact with him. That was all shoulder. But the problem was his shoulder hit Bijan's helmet, but Bijan ducked down. I don't know how you can penalize Branch for that hit, but nobody cared at that point. We are happy that we got a kid that's in position to make that hit and make the play. Polamalu, that's a good comparison. I was thinking Brian Dawkins, but yeah, I can see some Polamalu in him too. I can see that. Yeah, he's a monster, dude. And he's a rookie. He don't even know what he's doing yet. See ball, get ball. Once he gets some experience and really learns how to play the position, this is raw. This is raw. I'm pointing. Ooh, this is a raw rookie that is all over the field. Wherever the ball is, that's where he is. And like O'Bannon said, hands down, I haven't seen everybody play, but I keep up with who's doing what. Hands down, the top candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year right now. No question about it. No question. I still need to know what that green mouthpiece means. I've even Googled it. I can't find. Oh, I mean to tell you, O'Bannon, a couple weeks ago, I did a high school game and I saw kids with green mouthpieces in their helmet, but they wore green. The team wore. I don't know what's the significance. Maybe it's his high school. We know it ain't his college. I don't know why the bright green. Like there used to be a player not too long ago who wore an odd colored mouthpiece, a mouthpiece that had nothing to do with his team's color, and he said that he wore it in honor of his high school. It was his high school colors. Maybe Branch is doing the same thing. I don't know, but that kid's a beast, man. Um, Captain Jack, I saw Captain Jack make a play at the end of the second half, and guess what? We knew this, but Captain Jack is huge, man. I saw him one play walk past one. He was in the picture with one of the Atlanta offensive linemen, and he was almost bigger than the lineman. Jack Campbell is a big dude, man. So he's another one. Once he gets on the field, get some experience, he gonna be the guy. And now we talked about the good. We talked about Hutch. We talked about McNeil. We talked about Branch. Cam Sutton. Played a good game. Tracy Walker played a good game. I know he dropped that pick at the end, but he was there. We just played a good lights out defensive game today. Now, let's talk about who didn't play a lights out defensive game today. That would be the one and only Mr. Jerry Jacobs. Now, I do think that PI they called on him toward the end of the game was kind of suspect because they both were pushing and shoving or whatever the case may be. But I still, there was a play early in the game, I think it was in the first quarter, where the receiver had blew by him over the middle, and Ritter just overthrew it. If Ritter puts the ball on the money, it's a touchdown. So, God, we got to get healthy at the cornerback position because Jerry Jacobs is going to kill us. Let's see. I don't know who this is, but they about to get blocked. So, Derek Barnes, yes, I did see some good things. Thanks for reminding me. Some good things from Derek Barnes too. First two games, we were like, where is Derek Barnes? Derek Barnes showed up today. But I'm going to tell you this. The fact that he showed up today is because we were actually blitzing the football today. Right? Derek Barnes, I mean, nobody ever claimed him to be a what do you call it? A coverage linebacker. That ain't what he do. He's a run stopper and he's a pass rusher. And now that we are actually blitzing the football, we are doing what Derek Barnes does, and that's blitz the football. So I don't know what Aaron Glenn has been doing, but this game plan today was the game plan. Now, like I said, I understand why we didn't blitz Mahomes and the Chiefs because that's Patrick Mahomes. Maybe it was, okay, we got a young, fairly inexperienced quarterback. Let's put the heat on him. Desmond Ritter, first-year starter. So, complete season starter. He started toward the end of last year. But maybe it was we got a young, inexperienced quarterback. Let's put some heat on him. And it worked. So, good job, Glenn. Ben Johnson called a halfway decent game today. Nothing fancy. Didn't really need nothing fancy today. No complaints there. MCDC was actually playing conservative today. No crazy going for it. It was a 4th and 1 on their 45-yard line, and he punted. Usually he'd go. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him to go for it because we were up, and I felt like even the defense was playing well enough to if we didn't get it, we'd still be fine. But he punted, so I don't know how to feel about that, but again, it worked. It worked. So, let's see what else. O'Bannon say I checked his high school colors and it wasn't even green. Yeah, I just thought about that today. I was like, well, maybe it's his high school or something. I don't know. Um, yep. Lindrick said Branch and Laporta went crazy today. Yep. And I didn't even see your message before I said that. Gibbs was definitely better today. Good play. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? For Gibbs not to be a big dude, man, he runs physical. I know he's a, in space guy, but when he does run in between the tackles, dude runs physical. I like that. I like that. These trolls, man. AD, what up, though, bro? Yeah, so what happened with, I guess I could look it up. I know Minnesota was up by a point. Yes, Chargers. Chargers looked out and beat Minnesota for us. Yeah, Chargers beat Minnesota. New Orleans let us down. New Orleans let us down by letting Green Bay escape with that one. The Bears are about to lose to the Chiefs. Pretty sure we all know that. Yeah, man. Thanks for reminding me. Marvin Jones, bro. What is? Did he even play today? I don't remember him even. I saw him out there, but I don't think he even did anything. Did he have a catch? Yeah, he just in the way right now, bro. With Amon Ra and Reynolds and Sam I am, I think we good. Yeah, Jones, he's. I thought bringing him back would be maybe a good look, but yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember him playing, and you know what's the numbers, man? Everybody done changed their numbers ever since they allowed single numbers and the number zero. I think he wears zero, right? Everybody done changed their numbers, and it threw me all off now. He ineffective on a block on that 4th and 1. Well, I mean, he's a wide receiver. A wide receiver that blocks effectively is a bonus. It's not. It's not an expectation, honestly. You know. Now, when he started dropping balls or fumbling, when he's not able to do his job, then that's when I'm gonna talk. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ding a receiver about a block. But yeah, I agree. He's got to go. He's doing us no good right now. He's no good to us right now. Unfortunately, I like the guy, but I wonder if the colored mouthpiece is for his dad. His dad played in high school. I think he passed away. Hmm. I, and they even talked about the mouthpiece on the broadcast, but they didn't give it any context either. So, and maybe he likes it that way. Maybe he just likes the mystery. I don't know, but nobody. It seems like nobody knows why he does it. Oh yeah, I don't know if you maybe you just got here, Keenan, but I talked about Jerry Jacobs already. He's yes, bro. I literally said that when Rodrigo made that tackle on that punt or a kickoff or punt. I can't remember what it was because my wife was watching the game with me, and I was like, yes, you might as well do something on special teams because you ain't doing a doggone thing on defense. Yeah, he's a special teamer for sure, and that's fine. Just like Reeves Maben, he's a special teams guy, and that's okay. You need that. There are three phases of football, and special teams is just as important as the other two. It was somebody I think on Colorado who played with a green mouthpiece. Oh, okay. Yeah, but like I said, I officiated a high school game a few weeks ago, and some of those kids had green. Like I said, their team colors were green, but they had a secondary. That's the thing. It's a secondary mouthpiece. He's got a mouthpiece in his mouth, but he just wears that one in his helmet. So it must be some sort of. It must mean something. And maybe they were just. Maybe those kids were just emulating him. I don't know. I thought it was a thing at first. I don't know, but maybe we'll find out eventually. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I am tired. Let me tell y'all about my weekend, if you care. So Friday, I drove from Houston to Dallas, which is about a 4-hour drive for my wife's graduation. Of course, the graduation, and we went to dinner and all. So we were up all night celebrating, having a good time. Then I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drove from Dallas over to Austin, which is about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, to officiate a college game, Southwestern University, Birmingham Southern. And college football officiating is literally an all-day thing. Game kicks off at 1. I got to be at the stadium at 10 a.m. for pregame. We got to be on the field 90 minutes before kickoff. And then the game is 3 hours, 3.5 hours with commercials and all that jazz. Game, I didn't get out. Then we got to do the reports and all that jazz after the game. 5 o'clock p.m. I'm walking out of the stadium. Then I have to drive the 3 hours back to Houston. So that was my weekend. So I said all that to say my black behind is tired. I told the wife, I'm like, I ain't doing jack today. I ain't going to church. I'm sitting on my behind and watching football all day because I'm tired. I'm going to get in the hot tub later. Other than that, that's all I got today. But then the cycle starts back to oh, by the way, that's after refereeing every single day. Like I referee literally Monday through Saturday. Junior high, Monday, Tuesday. Freshman games on Wednesday. JV on Thursday. Varsity on Friday. College on Saturday. I literally officiate every single day of the week. So speaking of that, our next game is Thursday. We got the Packers on Thursday Night Football. And wouldn't you know, and for those of you, AD, I think you're the only person here that lives in Texas, you know that Texas got so many schools. We play varsity football on Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. And wouldn't you know, this Thursday, I got a varsity game on Thursday. So I got a game Thursday night at 6:30, and I'm gonna miss most of the game. Maybe I'll hit a sports bar or something after the game and probably catch the second half, but I'm gonna miss the majority of the game on Thursday because I'll be on the field myself. 3 years ago, AD, I just don't, put all my beeswax on social media like that. But I've been going from there for 3 years, bro. Yep, right after, almost 3 years. September 2020. Yep. Yeah. So that's it, man. That's all I got this week. Y'all got anything else? I mean, that's really it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Keaton, to see because even though the Packers ain't got Rodgers anymore, we still hate the Packers. So I still like to knock them off that pedestal. They're 2-1. And okay, it's at Lambeau. That's right. So we gonna see, bro. We gonna see. We gonna see if the defense play. I'm not worried about our offense. Our offense is literally unstoppable. I said this last week. I said this after Kansas City. I literally feel like there's not a defense in the league that can stop our offense. I believe, even without Montgomery, I believe that. We just got too much, bro. We can stop ourselves. That's it. We stop ourselves and we don't turn the ball over. Now, Goff has thrown picks 2 weeks in a row, but here's the thing about Goff's picks. Why I don't mind Goff's picks. He is not making poor decisions. Goff does not make poor decisions. He's not Matt Stafford. He doesn't make, poor decisions with the football. The one he threw today, he just overthrew it. I can live with that. I can live with physical mistakes. I can live with, dang, I overthrew that one. The one he threw against Seattle last week, he just threw the ball a little bit behind the receiver. I can live with that. Poor decision making is the interceptions I can't deal with, and he's not doing that. He ain't making poor decisions with the football. So with the way he plays, the way our line blocks, our running game, Laporta, and all these weapons, our offense is unstoppable. If our defense can play the rest of the season like they played today, we are unstoppable. Last week, we were like, oh, well, maybe the Lions are back, but they came back with a vengeance today. COVID was a blur. My son playing pinball, so I'll be watching on my phone. Yeah, I get it, bro. Yeah, COVID. Yeah, yep. I left. I left there in September of 2020. So yeah, exactly 3 years almost. Yep. So, but yeah, man. So that's all I got this week, man. So thank y'all for joining, and I'll be checking the score. I'll be checking the score on my phone, while I'm doing what I do. But so we'll talk about the game Friday. Well, no, I can't do that because I got varsity games Thursday and Friday this week. So what I'll probably do is I'm gonna DVR. Oh yeah, it's gonna be on national TV. That's right. So I can DVR the game this week. I'll DVR the game. I'll watch it Thursday night, and I'll do a vlog on Friday. If I'm not too tired Thursday night, I'll do it on Thursday night late, and then just post it where y'all can look at it. Or I'll jump on Friday and do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it live, because of my schedule. But between Thursday and Friday, I'll watch the game on DVR. I'll do a vlog and I'll post it, record it I just won't do it live. I'll record it where y'all can see it. Oh, that's right. Dang, it's on that's right. It's on Prime TV. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out. And if I can't watch it, I can't watch it. But that's it, man. So I'll figure something out and keep y'all posted. But thank y'all for coming through. I can actually watch some more football this week. So I'm about to go see what the Chiefs gonna do with the Bears. And thank y'all for coming through. See y'all next week. And as always, go Lions.